Welcome to Finance Magnates Executive Interviews once more. Thank you for joining us today. We have Tony Rose, co-founder and director at LNP Audit Assurance. Thank you so much for joining us, Tony.
Thank you very much.
So LNP has been around for quite a while in the market, we understand. Mostly focused on Sydney, but expanding into other markets. So what is the leadership style that LNP Audit has right now?
We have a very flat structure. And what that means is everybody can say anything they want to anybody. And that's a good thing because another thing that I really like about it, and I think most people like, is we have a lot of very charismatic people. So we're not shrinking violets and we're not particularly quiet. We have a good atmosphere, and it's good that, you know, if people want to say something, they will say something, which means that we can change things. And because we have a very flat structure, it doesn't take too long to change things. I think we listen a lot to our team. I mean, our team is our key asset. We sell people's time. That's what we do. We go to clients and we get people spending time doing work for clients, and our people are our most important asset by
You're very
a long, long way.
people-centric.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all about people. I mean, people and clients are people as well, but our staff are our team. They're by far the most important thing we have. We've got a number of people that have been with us throughout that whole time. And that's a really good thing.
I assume that extends to clients as well.
Yes, we have one. He shall remain nameless, but I've been working with him for since 2004, and he's been really helpful and really instrumental. Thank you, Lance. You know who he is. So.
That one's for you.
But more to the point, because we're a specialist, we train people in that area only. And because we're a specialist, we can afford to specialise from an industry perspective. And we've been very lucky over the years to build up a real strength and depth of experience in financial services, and in particular, over-the-counter derivative traders. And at the moment, we're probably working with 20 of them. So you know, that's in Australia. And as a result, we know a lot about the way the industry works, particularly around compliance and what the regulator is doing. And because the clients are global, you know, they have 24/7 or 24/6, they have regulated entities around the world, and the regulations are pretty similar. And we've been expanding over that time into other other jurisdictions. Actually, one of the reasons I'm here is we're in the process of setting up a UK entity. So we're going to become registered over here, and so we'll have a firm that can do FCA work. And what we find is when we talk to clients, they say to us, "You've done a really good job. We'd like you to do our other entities." So that's much easier to grow the firm that way. So we've got global clients, and we'll serve them locally from different areas around the world, and that's a real strength of this industry. It's really good to engage with regulators in that respect.
Yes, it's very useful for the whole industry, for all of the actors to participate, and I think it's very useful for them as well.
Yes,
because it helps them understand what's going on from the ground up.
Yeah,
etc. So,
and they can see that this is a professional organisation, a professional business that's trying to do something well. It's not trying to be under the carpet or anything like that. It's trying to do the right thing.
Correct.
And to follow all the rules and make sure that everybody does business in a good way. LNP is a specialist audit firm. We don't do tax. We don't do corporate finance. We're not a conglomerate. We don't have conflicts of interest like the large firms do. And, you know, some of them have been getting into a lot of trouble lately with regulators around the world. We don't have any of that issue. And we've been very lucky over the years to build up a real strength and depth of experience in financial services, and in particular, over-the-counter derivative traders. So that's much easier to grow the firm that way. Because we've got the audit specialisation, we can focus on industry specialisation. And that's been instrumental over the last 10 or 12 years in growing the firm. Finance Magnates we've really been starting to be involved in this for the last couple of years now. As we get more involved in the global side of it, as opposed to the Asia Pacific, it's really useful.
Considering all your baggage, your knowledge, all your experience from Asia Pacific especially, what are the trends would you forecast for the next 5 years for this industry?
I think we're finding that the average leverage around the world is coming down. 10 years ago, it might have been 500 or whatever it was. Today, I think it's a lot less, and it will continue to come down. And sooner or later, 30 will not be out of the park to be reasonable. The other big change at the moment is crypto. Australian licenses used to trade for a lot of money. And then 2 or 3 years ago, the value of those licenses came down because of the leverage restrictions. And now they've gone back up again. And the reason for that is because crypto operators want to have licenses that people can be confident in. The confluence of crypto and the existing ecosystem, I think that's going to be a huge change. And I think that the regulators around the world, with the exception of Singapore, nobody's really regulated crypto in the same way as CFDs have been regulated.
Thank you so much, Tony, for sharing your insights, and I hope you get a good rest, well-deserved rest.
I can get a rest later. This is good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's been very much appreciated.
I'm very glad to have you with us today.